as you know, we're the University of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, and this is really 4IR in action, so it's well aligned with our mission. And at the same time, we don't just want innovation, but we want innovation that impacts on life, that leads to sustainable development. And this is a clear example of that, research and research outcomes that are innovative and that impact on the lives of ordinary people. Yeah, 3D printing is really one of those technologies that are the technology to have, and us as a university to be doing this, we're showing the way as a university to the private sector and to all the partners to say, come work with us, here's the technology. Obviously, we should not be afraid of it. There will be some challenges like unemployment, but then we have to strengthen our reskilling and skilling initiatives to ensure that those that are affected, those that lose jobs through this technology get employed. And to answer you, this is also an opportunity to show that, in a partnership approach, we can achieve a lot, because UJ is not doing this alone. We work with the Department of Science and Innovation. We work with, human settlement, and there are other private role players that are involved in this project. So, yeah, it's also an indication to others that if you initiate this type of things, and partner with people, then you can have meaningful impact.
Well, the challenge that we have is how do we balance this with the reality that we are talking about? The need to ensure that the construction sector gets back to its feet. But this doesn't pose a threat to the construction sector. In fact, it provides possibilities for the construction sector to be able to build faster and actually move faster. Because remember, this doesn't take away all the jobs. It's just the walls that this builds. Okay, that's important, but we are still going to need people who are actually going to do the foundation, the roofing, the windows, and every other thing. So for the construction sector, it's an opportunity. And it's better that we begin to experiment with that now, so that also we balance against, as I say, the very important imperative of job creation.
The University of Johannesburg was responsible, for the procurement of the 3D printer and for the research that is involved in actually testing the materials and ensuring then that we print the house that you are seeing behind me. The interesting thing is that this technology here, you are capable of printing a house in 8 hours. Here I'm assuming then that the foundation has been done and all you need to do is to actually put up the top structure. So if you're going to put up the top structure, it takes you about 8 hours. The quality is excellent and the product is cost effective.
The project is important because of the vision of the university. The vision of the university is to be an international university of choice, anchored in Africa and dynamically shaping the future. And what we mean by that, anchored in Africa, we are talking to us being able to solve local problems. So the issue of housing, it is a challenge in the country, and we see this project as using Fourth Industrial Revolution and also solving problems that are in the country.
Now, the collaboration between the University of Johannesburg, the Department of Human Settlements and the Department of Science and Innovation is a long journey. We've been working together for over 10 years. We started with a memorandum of incorporation in order to see how we can benefit as the human settlement sector with the Department of Science and Innovation. So the University of Johannesburg offered the academic space. So with academia and the Department of Science Innovation and the key department for housing, the Department of Human Settlements, we formed that tripartite agreement and therefore were able to become more scientific. And this is where we have now broken even, because now with academia coming very strongly, we can now go into the market with tested products and therefore build faster, more accurately and smarter.
I'm a master's UJ student. I'm measuring in energy efficiency of a 3D printer. Okay, so this project has been like an exciting journey for us, and then the drive here is to make sure that we promote the Fourth Industrial Revolution and to ensure that we build RDP using our new technology. So if I would take you through, so we have 4 units of this machine. We have the controller, we have the robot, we have the pump system, and then we also have the keys are there. So how this works, we heat up the water, get into the pump system, and then basically the robot does nothing but to make sure that it prints. It gives the motor the coordinates where it should print. So everything is done through software. So we build models of wall element, and then from there we get the code that is printable. We slice it on our laptop, send it to the robot so it's readable, and then from there the robot can know where to pour the motor. So that's how the technology works.
Well, this is a new technology. It's at its infant stages, and there are just few countries in the world that have adopted this technology. And in many other parts of the world, they're still conducting research in the technology. As we are doing here at UJ, we are still conducting research. There are quite a number of areas that we have seen that we would want, to conduct research in. So we are confident that the technology can be, adopted within the industry. Currently, I would say one big issue that might, delay the adoption of the project in the industry is the material that we use for this technology. At the moment, we are still importing material, but UJ is working on day to day. We're conducting research in terms of developing our local material. We are developing our own material, and I can tell you now we are, I would say, 60-70% in terms of developing our own material. Because until we solve that material issue, I believe this technology will be taken with speed within the industry. But that is just one big barrier at the moment in terms of adoption of the technology within the industry.
The University of Johannesburg, the future reimagined.